Hi guys, Auntie Lizzie. I did a video how to show you how to turn up a sleeve on a blouse. And when I played it back, the first part to just cutting it froze. I was like this. You could hear the audio, but the picture froze. So we're going to go through the first bit and I'll tag the other bit on to the end. I did try and sellotape it back on, but it wasn't having it. The sellotape kept coming off. Right, we put a safety pin in when we tried it on my friend. She cut my hair. I'm doing her blouse. That shows where she wants it turning up to. So we've measured down from that safety pin 1 5/8. Then we've made a mark with our tailor's chalk. Try and get your mark really, really sharp. So get your tailor's chalk, get a blade, cutthroat, scissors, and just sharpen the end of it really gently. I'm not going to do it because I wrecked the blouse. And so it really gives you a nice fine point across the end. And it'll give you a finer mark on here. So measure down 1 5/8, mark it. Then measure up from the bottom of the sleeve, keeping that mark exactly above your tape measure, and measure as accurately as you can. My measurement was 10 inches and 3/16, because I still work in inches. So measure that exact mark all the way around the cuff, marking exactly on that line. Turn it over. That's magic, isn't it? Do it again. 10 3/16, all the way round. And then the important bit, which is why I'm doing this bit again, is when you cut it off. Don't just cut straight across, because it's not going to be a nice parallel line down to the ground, which is what we want really. So I've pretended that this mark, new one, is where we want it to be. So you put your scissors in on the mark and you make a tiny, tiny snip. It's exactly the same as we did on the jeans one. Scissors in. Get that snip a bit bigger. Right, so you'll put your scissors in from the shoulder and keep it on the flat of your hand, because what I want you to do now is put your scissors in and use as much of the blade as you can. Follow the mark as accurately as you can go. If you keep your hand inside, it will steady your scissors, because if you're trying to do it like this, it will go all over the place and you won't have a really precise cut. And you know what I'm like at getting things precise. Took some practice, but we got there. So you'll turn your shirt round and your sleeve. You've got a good imagination now, because I've got a great big blouse on the end of this little sleeve. In, all the way around. Don't rush it, take your time. Use as much of the blade as you can. You paid for all of your scissors. Use all of your scissors. Because if you do tiny, tiny little snips, you'll find that you're more jaggedy on your finished cut. So when you eventually come up to the start line, that will be very accurate. Whichever way you measure one end to the other, it's going to measure exactly the same amount off. I don't think I told you any more in the first bit, and I couldn't replay it because it wouldn't. If you wanted to turn it up like a guy's, you'd measure further down, so you could fold it in half with a little bit of a seam allowance, and that way you can do that sort of thing at the top. And then you'd stitch a line here and you'd stitch a line 1/4 of an inch. You're imagining now this could be that way round. And that's all you do, you fold the fabric, so you just measure more. But we want this a really, really pretty shape. And I'll put the other video on. It was a few days ago now, because I didn't have the energy to do it again. Happy Christmas, love you lots. Please, Jodie, send some sun from Hawaii. We could do with some. Oh, hi, Georgina. I know you're watching. Love you. Happy Christmas, everybody.